If you're looking for a great time, gather up your friends and head to the Brick House Grill in downtown LaGrange. Enjoy live entertainment every weekend. Thursday nights, it's karaoke as well as ladies' night. On Saturdays, come cheer for your favorite college football team and enjoy their football specials. Check out their new menu. Sunday from 11 until 3, the Brick House Grill has their family lunch specials. They have plenty of TVs to watch exciting NFL action. The Brick House Grill, Broome Street in downtown LaGrange.
We'll go ahead and, Tony, I think we need to go ahead and excuse him the way he's going to be broadcast tonight because of that.
Well, if any for a lapse of eyesight, it's Greg.
All right, now. I could say that it would help to know the players and their numbers, which I try to do.
Well, you know a lot, and we're ready to get this thing kicked off.
I know that in 10 seconds we're going to have a whistle blown and the arms spun around, and we're going to really kick this thing off. The Tigers in their blue uniforms, blue helmets with the new Tiger decal on their helmets this year. White pants, and they'll be moving from our left to right. Newnan in solid white with blue helmets. So
and you got that navy trim now.
You do have navy trim. Looks good. Kind of a Penn State-ish look to it. I'm sure they don't want to hear that, but here we go.
There's the kick, line drive kick down the middle of the field. Going to hit it to 20, bounce down and go out of bounds at about the 15. They'll bring it up to the 35 more than likely, and that's what we get the game 1st and 10. Cougars will have the ball to start the game. We mentioned that their quarterback, Bailey Bryant, he is listed as 6'3", 180 pounds. He's a big guy. He's just a sophomore, and he's been able to both run the ball and also sling it down the field. So we'll be interested to see how he looks and if he's going to live up to the hype that we've heard already.
Well, you know, one of the things I'm looking at now, number 17, R.J. Hastron, the right defensive end, right defensive tackle, actually, walked out, looks good. So here we go.
Bailey will go from the shotgun. He's got a man to his left and right. Going to hand the ball off in the middle. And he's going to find a nice hole. Number 27 still on his feet, running down, gets all the way across the 50 down to the 40-yard line. And wow, not very tall is number 27, Quentin Dix, a 5'9", 235-pound senior, but he did fly down the field just then.
That's about a 28-yard run. Tony, you and I talked, what do we say, establish the fullback first, and my second call was they're going to do a little jet sweep, a little power sweep. Let's see what happens.
Back to the shotgun set, man, left and right. Snap it to him, going to hand the ball back up into the middle of the field. Going to get about 6 yards on that one. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, one of the things that Newnan obviously is doing straight up the middle is at the Callaway game last week. That's one of the things that Callaway was able to hit Troup on hard, and there's quick plays up the middle, little quick traps, and 2 plays in a row. Newnan does a little crisscross with their backs in the backfield, and sure enough, they're able to pick up 5 yards on that, maybe 4.5. So call it 2nd and 6.
Good spot for the Tigers. Bailey taking a little bit extra time. Do have a time clock going on. They're going to go to really kind of a pistol, says the quarterback steps up, gets a little bit closer, going to take it, going to run an option, hand the ball off to Dix again, who's just, man, can he run. Breaks about 3 tackles, gets the 1st down across the 25 down to about the 22-yard line before he's brought out of bounds.
You know, Tony, I don't know if you were keying on that, but I was kind of keying on our left defensive end, defensive tackle, Maurice Swain, because I kind of wanted to see what he did. He had 3 guys blocking him that time to kind of push him into the linebackers. And when you got 3 guys pushing big Maurice in, you kind of cut off the pursuit by Dalton Hadley and Bruce Danford and enable a fullback to pick up 10 yards.
They put a man in motion. Going to run the option, go to the fullback option this time. We do a good job stopping him. I don't think we got gain. Tony looking down there, didn't like he got much of a gain at all, did he?
Yeah, Maurice Swain, number 55, did a good job from his right defensive end. That's one time, Greg, he didn't get blocked on the play before he did, so he took matters in his own hands and stopped. That's for no gain, looks like. So that's one of the few negative plays the Newnan offense has had so far.
They have been rolled up some yardage starting on the 35 all the way down inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Trips to the near side, a man split wide to the other side. Dix is the fullback, going to stand beside the quarterback, Bailey. Bailey Bryant going to take the shotgun step turn. Quick out, caught, and the Tigers are all over it. Great job. Really kind of just a little short screenplay, a stab pass out to about the 30, and we are all over it.
You know, one of the things I was just going to mention, Jack and Tony, that Trey Matthews here wide right. We've got Lamonte Truitt there head up on him, and, you know, Lamonte's probably one of our better lock-in cover man other than Ricky Frazier on the other side, and man, did he play that play well. Read it well, made about a 5-yard tackle for the loss.
So did a good job of fighting through the blocks out there by the wide receivers, so they had that play set up pretty well, but you're right, that was a excellent play by the DB, number 3.
Completion was to Trey Matthews. He's the outstanding college prospect out of Newnan. Did make the catch, but lost a lot of yardage there. going to snap. The quarterback's going to throw back to Matthews, and we're reading him very well. Ball's on the ground, and looks like the Tigers may have it. Yes, Tiger ball.
You know, one of the things that Matthews tried to do, basically came back with the same play, and maybe a little different formation, but, you know, he was all covered up by the Tigers and just snatched the ball out of his hand. Tigers recovered, and what that does for us, guys, is it saves an opportunity for a field goal to put 3 points on the bowl. Don't know if Newnan's got that kind of leg, but we'll take that ball recovery anyway.
Good job by the defense on that set of downs there. You're right. He tried to take that bubble screen back into the pursuit, and the Tigers were right there and were able to rake the ball out and get a big turnover.
Well, it looks like I had mentioned that there possibly could be some personnel changes, but Will Smith's under center to start this ball game for the Tigers.
And there's the wishbone with Bruce Stanford in at the fullback position. And we're going to go right off tackle on the right side. Get some good yardage across the 35. That's going to be a gain of about 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Big Darrell Dunlap, junior, fullback, wide out, ex-quarterback, secondary, all-around good athlete, D1 prospect. Takes the ball off left tackle, right tackle, and picks up 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 as the ball rests on the 36-yard line of the Tigers.
Smith back under center. Kind of an oversized line on the far side. Going to back up and hand the ball off to his tailback. And, wow, look at Ricky Frazier just picking his way through.
Ball came out, but they call it down. You know, Ricky basically danced his way. He's very, very aggravated running. He kind of peeped his way through the left side between the guard and tackle. The Newnan defense had that clogged up. He tried to sweep his way back over left and just couldn't get around to the corner. But had he got around the corner, Jack and Tony, it would have been extra yardage for Ricky Frazier.
He's almost there. 3rd down and about 2. Smith going back under center. Unbalanced to the left side. There's the snap. A tall sweep going around the left side. And we're going to get up. It's going to get across the 40. Got probably a holding call that's going to come and bring it back. Got yardage to the 40, which would be the 1st down. But I think that may be coming back.
You know, Tony, it was pretty obvious that we had a pulling guard come out there, and along with the lead fullback. And I can't remember the Newnan guy, but he kind of got away, and it was very obvious they held him. And you know, that's just not good. It'll be from the spot. So that was basically the line of scrimmage. So that's going to set them back, going to result in about a 3rd down and maybe 8. They're going to be 3rd down and 10, actually. And, boy, that was a key mistake for the Tigers that time.
Yeah, those kind of penalties are drive killers there, Greg. Instead of 3rd and 1, you got 3rd and 10.
Smith got the call from the sideline. Runs back onto the field. Tigers back in the wishbone. Actually, they're going to change the unbalance to the near side now. Going to change the play with his guys behind him. Time ticking down. There's a snap. And we're going to hand the ball off to Frazier. He's going to get across the 35 down to about, wow, he's close to the 1st down. Got to about the 39-yard line, but he's going to be short.
Little counter sweep and then kind of tossed to Darrell Dunlap. Comes off on the right side behind big Mitch Mathis. Is able to pick up about 9 hard yards. It just, you know, Darrell, as I told you guys last week, is so deceiving in his quickness and running. But here it is, 3rd down. It's 4th down and half a yard. And the Tigers are going to go for it as the ball is resting on the 39-yard line. They've got to get it to the 40 of the Tigers.
Like this call, Will Smith comes back from talking to the coaches. Makes his call at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we've seen Coach Kendall's not afraid to go for it on 4th down.
Under center, going to hand the ball off. And we're going to get hit at the line of scrimmage, but we're going to pick up the 1st down as we get across the 40-yard line.
You know, you got to give credit, Tony and Jack, to Coach Kendall and the offensive staff there. You know, they showed it last week against Callaway. They're not afraid inside the 30, 35, 40. And when it's 4th and 1, they're going to bull up and go for it.
And that's exactly what they did. Right back to the line of scrimmage. I like that we got the no huddle going here, just moving down the field, methodical, but getting things done. Ball rests on the 41-yard line. Smith marks to his line, tells them what they got going on. Back under center, and we're going to jump off sides.
Big Mitch Mathis from his 4-point stance. You know it's not going to be a pass from 4-point. And they're all eager, and you know you got Wellington Callaway coming over and patting him on the helmet and said, "All right, let's get it going." And that's just a kind of mental mistake. You don't hear Mitch Mathis making those kind of mistakes, even as a freshman last year. So if you look back over the last 14 ball games, that may be the first penalty on Mitch.
You know, Greg, one of the things the Tigers are doing a little bit different there in the wishbone, but they're going quickly to the line of scrimmage and getting the play from the sideline and then calling it out when they get up there, not giving Newnan time to substitute.
Handoff this time is going to go to big number 3, Lamonte Truitt. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Maybe lost a yard. 2nd down and 16.
You know, you tell them to see the hole, hit the hole fast. That time there were just no holes. It was all a big white wall there. it stand up that left side of the offensive line, and Lamonte just trying to ease along, trying to sneak his way through, and just wasn't there, and wound up losing yards. So it'll be second and about 16 as the ball rests just inside the Tiger 35. Early in the first quarter here, no score. Newnan Cougars visiting here tonight at Callaway Stadium. Troup Tigers 0, Newnan Cougars 0, with 6 minutes and 10 seconds into this, or left in the first quarter.
Tigers got to hurry. 6 seconds left. They may have to call a timeout unless they get the ball off very, very quickly. And that's going to be a delay of game unless we got the timeout in. Do we get the timeout?
Looks like Coach Kendall called timeout from the sidelines.
So we
There goes Dwayne's car. There goes Dwayne's house. And there goes Dwayne. Man, that thing does not like Dwayne.
State Farm's got you covered.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Get to a better state.
Julius on New Franklin Road in LaGrange.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. The Tigers have broken their huddle with the coaches. Tony, you mentioned that the Tigers are doing things a little bit differently. Will Smith coming over to the coaches, getting the play from there. The guys are at the line of scrimmage, which is kind of almost like a little bit of a hurry-up offense, calling the play there at the line of scrimmage. But it's you have to be very careful, or just like a minute ago, you may run out of time. We're going to go to the shotgun set now. Newnan has to adjust. They haven't seen this so far in the ball game. And it's going to be Truitt at the quarterback, who's going to throw downfield. He's got a man who's going to throw over the head of his intended receiver, number 18 for the Tigers, and that's Lakeithian Buckner.
You know, Lamonte Truitt has had time at quarterback at Long Cane Middle. He's quarterbacked his share out of the Wildcat last year for the Tigers. Had actually Malcolm Tatum going deep that time, and the inside corner had actually pulled back on him, leaving one of his wideouts there, and I believe it was, and that may have been Malcolm on the short side. It was wide open, but he was open so quick deep he had to throw it quick, and if he had just hesitated one more second, which you don't really want a quarterback to do, you do want him to see the field, but he had Malcolm Tatum wide open on the 47-yard line.
They break the huddle, going to put Twins to the near side. Truitt will be back in at quarterback once again, and we're going to jump off sides.
And that was for 3rd and 15, maybe 16. That's going to back them up now. It'll be 3rd and about 21 for the Tigers.
Just a little lapse of concentration right there by the O-line for the Tigers, and making it awfully difficult on himself. 3rd and 15 is hard enough, but now 3rd and 20. And, you know, going the wrong directions for the Tigers right now. They need to regroup. And one of the things you mentioned about getting that play from the sideline and running it in, it does delete that 25-second clock real quickly. So one of the things they're going to have to work on.
Truitt has got his play, making his way in, telling his backs what they've got going on. Bruce Stanford will be in kind of a slot to the left side. Man split wide to the left, Twins to the near side. They're going to stunt, and we're going to run the ball up the middle. Nice job by number 10, Ricky Frazier, who's going to get pretty good yardage, but it's going to get way short of the original line of scrimmage, which was about at the 40. So the Tiger punting team will make their way onto the field.
You know, looking at the swapping in the offense that time, you know, the Newnan Cougars started out with the kickoff, probably kept the ball about 3 minutes and brought it down to about 9. The Tigers have had it about 4.5 to 5 minutes. Yep. And so, you know, Tony, you mentioned one good defense or one good offense is a good defense. You keep that offense of Newnan off the field, at least you're not going to score the football, nor score any points. So Burek stands back for the Tigers on the 24-yard line as they get set to punt.
Of course, the snap will be a big part of this. Good snap, excellent snap, maybe the best one we've seen all season long. A great punt. Going to hit down at about the 31 and go out of bounds at about the 30, so no return. Good job by Nick Burek and the punting team. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football. No score in this one on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football, and my goodness, Michael Tatum is fired up from the defense as he's going to just fire through the line of scrimmage of Newnan, make a big sack back all the way to the 19-yard line. So loss of about 11, maybe 12 yards. And Tony, man, he came on fire through that line.
Number 7 was leading the cheers right before the breakthrough this time.
Yeah, I saw that.
Greg mentioned him in the pregame, and he's really playing inspired football tonight. He did a good job that time of forcing the play, and Big Maury Swain was there to help clean up the mess.
So Bryant is going to go back from, actually they're going to be offsides as the slot man took a step back before he stepped forward. So that'll bring him back 5 more yards. So actually we're getting deeper into Newnan territory than Newnan got into Troup territory like this.
Yeah, I was just watching Trey Matthews along with Lamonte Truitt out here. You know, Lamonte is just really running a tight coverage. One of the things you got to be careful of is that a kid like, not that Lamonte Truitt's not a dadgum good athlete, but you got to be careful of tight coverage, because if he got around him and you had on a go route, you don't really have any quick help. And even Brandon Hurd's playing the third back here on the hash marks, but I don't know that he could catch up with him. So, you know, with a lot of this aggressive defense, you got to be careful with Newnan's ability to pass the ball.
In fact, they're going to go trips to this side, one man wide to the far side. They take they're going to actually hand the ball off, but the Tiger defense is not fooled at all. And you know what? That's some beautiful swarming defense. R.J. Harrison, he didn't make the initial leg, but he came in like a house on fire and just collapsed the pile there at the end. I love the aggressiveness tonight.
I was just going to say, Jack, man, they're playing with a different. Maybe that senior team did get together. But
I'll tell you.
So far in this first quarter now, you got to be careful. Kids going both ways with a lot of adrenaline flowing. But you got to be impressed with the defensive look of these Tigers right now. And even barring a few penalties on that first offensive series, you kind of like what the offense has been doing so far.
All right, really big. You got them deep in their own territory. It's 3rd down.
And about 27, 3rd and 27, they got to get it out to the beyond the 40 for a first down. The ball rests on the 19-yard line.
We've got an official that's feeling a little bit under the weather. In fact, they're going to call for a timeout to get him some water.
Attention all Corley Drugs customers. Since Corley Drugs has closed, Perry Prather of Holmes Pharmacy has a special message for you.
If you find yourself without a place to fill your prescription, I would like to invite you to let us here at Holmes Pharmacy take care of your family. During this transition of Corley Drugs closings, come see us. We can provide the same level of comfort and care that you have always received and expected from Corley Drugs. To find out more, come see us at Holmes Pharmacy, 136 Commerce Avenue, LaGrange.
It starts with creamy smooth DQ soft serve, made from our secret recipe. Then we throw in cookies, candy, other delicious toppings, and blend it all together to create the Dairy Queen Blizzard. There may be imitators, but we all know the Blizzard is one of a kind. Except for right now, when you can buy one and get another for just 99 cents. That's right, buy one Blizzard and get a second for only 99 cents. So now's your chance to get 2 of the one and only.
Oh, is that Big Al? I got you.
Well, he's not quite as big as he used to be.
That's
so
right.
He's looking real good. Here we go. Newnan takes the shotgun snap. The quarterback will drop it. He's going to throw a screen to the right side. Tiger's going to collapse on it, and they're going to hit him. He's got to bring him down. He goes down across the 30, about the 32-yard line. Hand him back about the 25. He fights through and gets all the way to the 31, 32. Not enough for a first down, but it would be a 4th down situation, and 9 for the Newnan Cougars.
You got about, he picked up about 18 yards that time. Dalton Hadley had him back on about the 21. And he kind of had him on the waist, but his momentum slung him out of bounds and couldn't bring him down. Did slow him down where the other Tigers could help out. You're right. 4th down, the Newnan punter will line up on about the 19-yard line, and Lamonte Truitt will back up. He'll be standing on the Tigers' 37-yard line to take the punt.
Number 11, Tyler Mulvena, takes it bounces. He gets it off. A good line drive kick. Hits it about the 35, bounces. We're going to get away from it. It's going to go down to the 20-yard line, and that's actually about the 15. That's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Quick 30-second break. We'll be right back with the Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
In 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment,
what's important to you? Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply.
3.com.
Tigers have the ball once again. They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback, come around their right side. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be about it. Back to the wishbone set with Will Smith in at quarterback. And guys, you know, one of the things I'd love to, we've seen two different sets of the Tigers, the wishbone set and the spread with Lamonte coming in at quarterback. I think I'd like to see these mixed up, not really seeing as two separate packages, but see if we can interchange them a little bit more.
Well, one of the things that I mentioned, you know, you got that opportunity to pass out of the wishbone. You got a little counter. You can drag your tight end across, but at least get the little respect out of that defense, because right now all they're thinking is run.
And that's what we do again. Is Ricky Frazier's going to he's going to reverse his field, and the quarterback's going to block downfield for him. We get across the 20, down to about the 22-yard line. So Ricky goes to the left side, realizes there's nothing there, cuts back across the field, gets a downfield block by his quarterback, and frees him up for about 6 yards.
You got Will Smith, Tony. He's out there leading the way, and he's blocking a defensive end that is 2.5 times his size, but he kind of lets Frazier get a chance to pick up about 6 yards, maybe 6.5. Call it third down and 3.5, a long 3.
Well, he stuck his head in there, and he's not afraid to throw his body in there and get a little bit of a block. And, you know, who knows, that may help him later on down the road.
We got an official timeout. It could be, we see some equipment. The umpire's coming up, and he's checking on something. Maybe Will didn't have his chin strap snapped.
Wardrobe malfunction there.
That'll be in a few years when he's playing college. He can do that.
48 seconds left. Smith going to hand the ball off to his tailback, who's going to fight his way across the 25. He'll be close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it. From the spot I'm looking at, Tony, it looks like that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, that's a right foot spot, and I believe you're right, Jack. It is probably going to be a 1st and 10.
Again, we talk about Darryl Dunlap, and, you know, Tony, I'm going to go back to having dinner with Big Moose DeLoach last night, to offensive guard with Callaway, and he was saying, I'm going to tell you something. He said, that Darryl Dunlap is a heck of an athlete. He said he's a baller. So I guess that's the kid's way of saying he's a gamer, what we used to say. So good job for the Tigers and picking up that first down.
Tigers going to go up to the unbalanced line on the left side. 29 seconds, time's ticking down. Smith under center, takes the snap. They're going to go right up the middle, and we're going to fight our way through. The ball is going to be handed off this time to number 15, Bruce Danford.
You know, he just follows up Dalton Hadley and Big Mitch Mathis, open a little hole up there, along with Levi Cornwell and Maurice Swain. And, you know, all you do is just creep up for 4 yards. And, again, we'll take 4 yards on every play.
All right, and that'll be the end of the first quarter play, I believe. 1 second and no second, so that'll be the last play.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. Or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call the Mallory Agency today or check them out on Facebook or on the web at MalloryAgency.com.
You've worked for years for this moment. This is your time. This is your life. Your efforts are celebrated by all of us. As you, the senior class athletes, take the field, you're also preparing for life. We'll watch with keen anticipation as you rise to even greater achievements in the future. The team at Collision Autocraft and all your friends and family will be cheering you on as you tackle life's greatest challenges. Best wishes to our senior athletes, class of 2013.
score. Newnan Cougars come to town tonight. Your Troup Tigers 0, Newnan Cougars 0.
That was a pretty good spot for the Tigers there. Twins to the far side. Truitt in the shotgun. Got a man to his right. Takes a snap. Going to hand the ball off. We're going to get across, and we're going to get real close to the first down. Depends on where the spot is. From here, it looks like he got it.
Yeah.
I like this line judge on this near side. He's, yep, that's a first down for the Tigers.
Let me tell you, R.J. Hairston, Levi Cornwell, Wellington Callaway, simply just smash mouth football, gearing it up, and just pushing the Newnan Cougars off the ball 2 or 3 yards, and allows Dunlap to pick up that first down by a yard. Ball rests on the nose of it on the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Appreciate the coaching staff listening to the broadcast here as they bring Will Smith back into to come mixing the packages up here. I knew if we got that radio for the coach, it'd help him out. Smith under center. Has the wishbone behind him. We're going to hand the ball off to our tailback. Going to get across the 40. Another good 4 or 5 yards. Still on our feet, driving to about the 45-yard line. And, Tony, you mentioned effort. That was a pure effort right there to get that almost 6 yards on that play.
Well, we talked last week about the effort that Darrell Dunlap, number 16, and number 10, Ricky Frazier, played with last week. And so far tonight, Dunlap has done a tremendous job of second effort, he and Frazier both. But one thing you'll notice, one change that I've noticed tonight on the line of scrimmage, Maury Swain is not in there on offense. So he's getting a chance to rest on the sideline, which could help maybe help him a little more effective on the defensive side of the ball.
Exactly. Smith takes the snap. Hands the ball off to his tailback across the 45, fights for yardage, gets close to the first down, going to be just short, probably about a yard short for the Tigers. And that's again going to be Ricky Frazier just churning some yards down the field.
You know, big Darrell Dunlap just leads the way, and both Ricky and Darrell just tremendous hard-nosed runners, and we appreciate every effort that they give us to bring up third down and call it a short yard as the ball rests on the 48, just over the 48-yard line of the Tigers. Into the second quarter, no score here at Callaway Stadium. Troup Tigers 0, Newnan Cougars 0.
Back to the wishbone. Smith under center. Hands the ball off again to the tailback. Get across the 50. Got some yardage down to 45, 46. Still on his feet. Going to get no, they're going to give him the second effort to the 40.
Hey, guys, I was going to say, you know, big Lamonte Truitt, and he comes up pretty. He's kind of shaking up just then, got his helmet knocked off, and you got to come out when your helmet's knocked off. But you talking about second effort, his body never hit the ground, and it looked like he was tackled on about the 45, yep, and picked up and gained 4 more yards down to the 41. So, again, you got to be impressed so far, again, guys, knock on concrete, what the Tigers are doing so far on offense and defense, guys.
Kind of riding the line ahead of him and getting the first down yardage. So, again, the Tigers on their own have gotten across the 50 into Newnan Cougar territory. Smith under center. Takes the snap. Tall sweep going around the right side. We're going to pick up the yardage across the 40. Nice block on the far side. Going to get close to the first down.
Excellent block by Ricky Frazier out front. Allows Darrell Dunlap to pick up about 12 yards and another first down. It looks like there may be a flag, but what a great block. Lead block. Just absolutely took the corner. No flag at all. Great effort by Ricky Frazier and great effort by Darrell Dunlap, guys.
Greg, one of the things that makes a play a sweep and a long play go are stop blocks by the wide receiver, and you're exactly right. That play was made by number 10, Ricky Frazier, with a block on the outside.
Smith back under center. Got Danford right behind him in the fullback position. We hand off to the tailback. Man, we just burst through the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be Lamonte Truitt carrying the ball that time. Going to give out 4, 2nd and 6.
I see one of the first guys getting off the ground is Darrell Dunlap creating a hole for him. And again, I can't call out the offensive line name enough. I'm so impressed with the difference that I'm seeing tonight. Levi Cornwell, R.J. Hairston, Wellington Callaway, you know, all the guys on the front, and I'll keep naming them. They're just doing a superb job so far.
Smith going to hand the ball off to number 16 this time. This is Darrell Dunlap. He's going to fight his way down, still on his feet. Gets across the 25. He'll be short of the first down. They're going to bring up third down and short.
The Tigers inside the Cougars' 25-yard line to the 24. Should be about third down and 3. Call it a long 3. Actually, 3rd and 4. As the clock continues to run. No score, 7:49 in the second quarter. But, again, guys, Jack, Tony, you just got to like the way that the Tigers are manipulating the ball right now.
And I would think you're probably in 2-down territory here. If they don't get it on this down, I kind of feel comfortable that Coach Kendall might give it a shot on 4th down.
I would agree.
Tigers rolled that unbalanced line to run to the right side. Smith under center, going to take it, tall sweep. This time it's going to be Truitt. Tries to get to the corner. Nice block on the outside. Takes the corner, turns, gets the first down across the 20-yard line.
He saw the marker, Tony and Jack, and just stepped right out. He was under tremendous pursuit, and they're going to mark him just inside the 21. And I believe he had to get to the maybe the 20. They may have to measure this, but man, he's lucky he stepped right across the marker.
That's going to be close right there. It's a right foot spot, and judging from where I am, boy, that's a little bit short. But again, I'm on the other side of the field. I guess I need to hurry over there and see between timeouts.
Well, let's see. They're taking their time.
Timeouts, what's that? We haven't had hardly many of those in this ball game. The way these two teams have churned the ball up and down the field.
Have they decided yet to measure or not to measure?
Well, the ball's right there.
Well, the clock stopped. Looks like they're going to measure.
I didn't ever see the white hat do his little shoulder signal.
He's got to get down on his hands and knees.
He's going to say it's an inch. An inch. He has to get down and with a magnifying glass, and he comes up and holds his index finger and his thumb and says, 4/4 of an inch.
Hey, at least he didn't guess.
I don't think I've ever seen one get down on his hands and knees to measure it.
That's something else.
That's awesome.
I'm just glad he could get back up, Tony. If some of us couldn't get down there and get back up.
Let me tell you something. That's what you like to see from an official. These kids are giving maximum effort, so why shouldn't the official?
You're exactly right.
Well, that's a good point you make, Tony. It's amazing how each game takes on a character of its own, and I think when the officials see that all the kids are giving their heart, they're going to give it back to you. If they see that lackadaisical effort, they might also give you the same.
Well, the kids deserve that. They practice hard, and they're trying to do the best they can, and the officials owe it to the game and themselves to do it the same way.
All right, they're going to set the chains about the hair's breadth here. Will Smith got an unbalanced line to the left side, waiting for the signal for the officials to go after this. It's a fourth down, big fourth down for the Tigers right here. Whistle the play in. Smith checks his line. Make sure everybody's got the play. He's under center. There's a snap, handoff. There's the fight. I think they stopped us.
They didn't get it.
I think they piled us up right in the middle, and Lamonte Truitt tried to fight there, hit a wall. They just kind of stood us up there, and the Tigers are going to turn the ball over.
If you're looking for a great time, gather up your friends and head to the Brick House Grill in downtown LaGrange. Enjoy live entertainment every weekend. Thursday nights, it's karaoke as well as ladies' night. On Saturdays, come cheer for your favorite college football team and enjoy their football specials. Check out their new menu. Sunday from 11 until 3, the Brick House Grill has their family lunch specials. They have plenty of TVs to watch exciting NFL action. The Brick House Grill, Broome Street in downtown LaGrange.
I think the Tigers have converted just about every third down so far in this ball game.
You know, one of the things that we talked about depth, and I see Devin Power now at left defensive tackle. Big man in there. Let's see. See what he does this time.
They're going to hand the ball off. Tigers going to pursue, and he's going to slip down at about the 22-yard line. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
You know, one of the things that I like to see, especially when you know you're kind of weak in depth, and is to bring the second string in and get them some playing time, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here. Another thing I like what I'm seeing is that we've got the offensive line coach over here talking to the offensive line. Got the backups over here with them. He's really giving them a pep talk about what they've done good and what they could have done on that fourth down to keep that drive going. So what he's doing is telling them, you guys are the key to this game right now of opening up these plays for these skill players. So I like to see the huddle on the sideline.
Twins to the near side. There's the shotgun snap. They're going to run a quick out. The quarterback's going to throw it across the middle of the field, and that's an incomplete pass.
But, you know, you give credit. That's really the first time anything that's been downfield attempted. You had a little slot man on the drag route across the middle at about 12 yards out. Would have been a first down had he caught it in and out of his hands, as he had looked like Brandon Hurd from his corner position all over that wideout.
Good coverage by the Tigers that time.
Number 7, Zach Ikola was the intended receiver.
Ikola.
He made a good effort after that thing. Just was kind of wrapped up as soon as he had the ball hit his hands.
That was a cough drop, right?
Ricola, yeah.
Yeah, drop, keyword.
Here we go. Oh, all right, I got you there. Good job. Twins to the left and right. Quarterback going to back up to pass. He's got some pressure. We're going, ball's on the ground. Tigers going to, actually Newnan's going to get it, but great job by the front line of the Tigers.
Who is that?
That's big old
Devin Power.
I didn't know he could move that fast.
Big Devin Power, all the way from Scott Road, Georgia. Pulls him down. They all giving him high five.
The coaches on the side are beside themselves. They're doing chest bumps. They're jumping all over the place. Devin, the big man, making it happen.
I'm going to tell you guys, if you hadn't walked up to, I saw him last night at Pizzaville, and I said, Devin, are you ready? He said, we're ready. I said, okay.
He is mobbed as he comes off the sideline as the punting team for Newnan's back on the field. That was a huge play right there.
I'm going to tell you something, guys. That'll be something he'll never forget in his life.
High short kick, and it's going to bounce around. Tigers need to get away from this thing, and it's going to bounce down to the 38, and that's what the Tigers will have at 1st and 10. Quick 30-second break. Listen to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Lamonte Truitt's going to hand the ball off to his tailback, Darrell Dunlap. Darrell just driving down the field, going to get a look across the first down, across the 30. Real quick, guys, though, I think they're having to move Chuck Power, the father of Devin Power, because I think his head has just gotten so big after Devin made that sack a moment ago. Tony, I thought I saw Coach Lynn Kendall get at least an inch off the ground jumping a minute ago. Is that true?
Well, you know what? Again, we mentioned a while ago the excitement, the enthusiasm, the purpose. They're playing with a sense of urgency in there. They're outplaying Newnan right now.
Truitt gets the shotgun snap. They're going to fake a handoff, but Newnan's going to be right there on top of him. He's going to lose a couple of yards there.
You know, the Cougars brought the house that time, and it was a read by Truitt. He decided not to hand it off to Dunlap. I think that might have been a bad decision because Dunlap would have been still running, and you had 3 or 4 Cougars all over Truitt at that time. So we'll chalk that up to a misread, and he loses about 3.
But you know, guys, excuse me, Greg, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The Tigers are going to have to complete a pass down the field sometime to get. You look out there, you got a free safety here, but Newnan's got maybe, unless this time they got them spread out, but they're really selling out to stop the run.
You're right, Tony. We talked about that pregame. Got to do that.
And the quarterback, Lamonte Truitt, going to just take the ball, run straight up the field, get across the 30. He's going to be close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. Nope, it's going to be just at the 30. It's going to be short.
Looks like it's going to be 4th down and 1. Of course, guys, we know what's going to happen here. He's bringing in Dawson Halley, Darrell Dunlap, and Devontae Cofield, so we know we're going to go for it. 3:55 and the clock's ticking. No score in this game. It's into the second quarter. 3:50 until halftime. Troup Tigers 0, Newnan Cougars 0.
Do they dare fake a dive and throw it deep?
Not on 4th down.
I'm just saying. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, guy.
You know what, Tony? I'd almost.
You're ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage. You need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com. Or when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com.
bounce around and going to lose a couple of yards there. And Tony, I think that now I'm with you on this. I'm ready to. In fact, they're going to roll a new set of backs into the backfield.
Well, I was going to say, guys, I see Trevor Spradley coming out, wide out, senior wide out, and I haven't seen him in the ball game very much tonight. And I was going to agree with you, Tony, on that last 4th and down. You know, you kind of bring Trevor on the tight side, and he's kind of unseen tonight, and you know, just let him block down for half a second and break out to the sidelines, and I think he got 6.
Well, the other thing, the element of surprise is a little bit gone now. You've made some personnel changes.
That's right.
Spread them out. You got a different quarterback, so now maybe the thought of the pass is in the defense's mind.
Which will probably hand it off to Dunlap.
There's a snap, and we're going to hand the ball off to Dunlap.
And he gets up about 5. He picks up maybe 3.
Yep.
Just inside the 30. It'll be 3rd down and 9.5 for the Tigers.
Well, you guys have been watching ball as long as I have, and you know one of the elements of the spread offense, when you spread people out, that's how you get them out of the box. They got to go out there and cover you.
That's right.
And you have to be able to run that football inside. And the Tigers have done a good job keeping the ball away from the Tigers tonight, but they still going to have to scare them deep one time anyway.
Will Smith comes back in at the quarterback. Real quick, we got a Carrollton score. Carrollton's right now winning 7-6 over Calhoun. Carrollton, of course, ranked number 3 in Quad A right now. Calhoun is number 1 in AA. So
and the defending state champion in AA.
Got to run this, and there's going to be
timeout by the Tigers.
Yep, almost.
There goes Dwayne's car. There goes Dwayne's house. And there goes Dwayne. Man, that thing does not like Dwayne.
State Farm's got you covered.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Get to a better state.
Attention all Corley Drugs customers. Since Corley Drugs has closed, Perry Prather of Holmes Pharmacy has a special message for you.
If you find yourself without a place to fill your prescription, I would like to invite you to let us here at Holmes Pharmacy take care of your family. During this transition of Corley Drugs closings, come see us. We can provide the same level of comfort and care that you have always received and expected from Corley Drugs. To find out more, come see us at Holmes Pharmacy, 136 Commerce Avenue, LaGrange.
Quarterback going to go to the shotgun snap. He'll have his tailback Darrell Dunlap to his right. Takes the snap, go back up to pass, throws downfield, high in the air. He's got a man down there. It's going to be in and out of his hands. And a flag. Going to have some pass interference. That's going to be a first down for the Troup High School Tigers.
That would have been a touchdown, Tony. You were all over it. Ricky Frazier's wide open. The guy did it. You know, you got to give credit to the Newnan cornerback. He did what he should have done. Take the penalty without the 6 points, make him score, because it was a touchdown.
And again, Greg, an excellent call by the official. I'm standing right here watching. The DB had a good position. He just didn't turn his head and play the ball. And if he had done that, he might have gotten away with a little bump. But he really took the arm away from number 10, Ricky Frazier. And again, I like the call. Take a chance, see what happens. That should be a first down. Give the Tigers a fresh set of downs.
You first down. I tell you what, like the ball that Will Smith just threw.
Well, you know, I was going to comment earlier. You know, we talk about we're going to the spread offense with Lamonte Truitt. No doubt that Lamonte can throw the ball, but we've seen Will this pass in the preseason scrimmage in the first couple of games. Will has a crisp, sharp throw. So I'm throwing the football if I'm Will Smith.
Frazier's behind him. Dunlap's going to take the ball this time, get back to the 15, tackled there.
One of the things we got to think about, guys, is even though we're inside the 15-yard line, it was no gain, so the ball will stay on the 14-yard line, is that anytime we run the ball and we've only got one timeout left, that runs that clock. And I know we're within field goal range, but it sure would be nice to come away with 6 and 7 this time as the clock runs down. What a great momentum. And, you know, we get the ball first and second half.
Greg, one thing about Will Smith's ability to throw the football, now all of a sudden he's not just a runner in there, and the defense will have to respect that throw.
You're right. You're right.
Going to make a few changes here. And Smith back under center. Going to hand the ball off to Stevens. He's going to get left side. Lamonte Truitt's going to go in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Great job by the left side of that offensive line. I see Big Mitch Mathis walking. He's normally your right tackle. They moved him to left tackle with a strong side, and Lamonte Truitt dances into the end zone from 14 yards out and a Tiger touchdown.
Well blocked that time on the left side. Number 44, Dalton Hadley, sealed everything to the inside, and number 3, Truitt made a quick cut, turned on the speed, and outran everybody to the corner.
Man, that was Will Bates on to attempt the point after touchdown.
Trevor Spradley will hold.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And that kick is good. 7-0. The Tigers leading the Newnan Cougars with 1:16 left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Kia. Jesse Lichter here from Kia of LaGrange. I'm inviting you to become part of our auto family. We're here to listen, understand, and give sound advice. If you're tired of lousy gas mileage or lack of versatility, I recommend the 2013 Kia Soul. Awarded for quality by J.D. Power & Associates, the Kia Soul is a new way to roll and starts at only $14,400. Plus, you get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com and help support your local economy.
Where we're open 8 to 8, so don't be late.
Every day I'm shuffling.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
So how about them apples? 1:16 left to go in the first half of play. Tigers leading 7-0 over the Newnan Cougars. And just an excellent job of calling plays and an excellent job of blocking by that front line, Tony, of the Troup High School Tigers.
Yeah, you really got to be impressed with the way the Tigers have played this first half. No matter what happens here in the next 1:16. They've really taken it to the Cougars. They've outplayed the Cougars so far. They've out-hustled them. They've been played inspired football. And you got to give Coach Kendall and his staff a lot of credit. They were flat last week, but they've really come out playing some inspired football tonight.
Will Bates on to kick the ball off. Ball resting on the 40. There's the kick. Nice high kick. Taken at the 10 by Newnan. Up to the 15 to the 20. Cutting across. Oh my goodness, got a lot of running room. Actually runs into one of his own players. Still on his feet at the 40. Going to the far side and thrown out of bounds on the far side of the field. Actually just rode him out of bounds. So Newnan gets a nice return with 1:06 left to go. And that may be one of the biggest plays that they've had the whole ball game, Tony.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Luckily, he ran into one of his own men, and that allowed the Tigers to catch up with him and throw him out of bounds. But, you got a minute and 6 seconds here, and a lot of time for the Cougars to throw the ball the way they can. So, Tiger defense should be well rested. As we mentioned, when you have those long drives, you got a lot of time to rest. So, they need to see if they can hold out Newnan out of the end zone for the next minute and 6.
Someone we haven't seen a lot of tonight is Trey Matthews. He's their big Division I prospect. And this could be a time where they're going to try to go to him. A lot of time with the passing offense with 1:06 left to go. 7-0's your score. Tigers leading right now. Tiger defense stepping up, trying to make something happen.
And you got Lamonte Truitt is still hanging tight with Trey Matthews.
And they're going to run the ball up the middle of the field with their big fullback. And he's going to be, actually about 5 or 6 guys going to hit him. Going to get up to about the 49-yard line. And he'll hit, of course, be short of the first down, close to the 50.
Big 27 for the Newnan Cougars. Man, he just would not go down. He's a thick guy. He looks like he may be 5'10", 5'11", maybe 210, 215. And he just twists and turns. He just would not go down. And if he's not 200, he's 195 for sure.
Bailey back into the shotgun snap, takes it, look, going to throw out into the flats, and we're going to be right there on him. Going to pick up a first down. But good job by the Tigers secondary that time. Number 15 for the Tigers, Bruce Stanford, back there at a really kind of a cornerback position.
First completion by Trey Matthews and Lamonte Truitt. I'm going back a few years there, Jack.
Yep.
Lamonte Truitt all over him. That was a game of about 3, but it was a first down for the Newnan Cougars.
The quarterback, I thought I heard the whistle blow.
I did too.
The quarterback going to take the ball and run upfield, going to be hit hard. I thought that play was whistled dead, but it looks like the Tigers thought so too.
Well, and half the Newnan team standing around, the umpire standing back here, really unsure. So,
did you blow a whistle, Tony?
He just kind of let the players play. So 2nd down and 7.
Back to the shotgun. The quarterback going to back up, pass. Looks, got some pressure. He's going to run upfield, get the first down across the 30, and slide down at about the 27-yard line. Smart play for him. They'll stop the clock for them to move the chains, but it's going to start right as soon as they get back to the line of scrimmage. 21 seconds left to go in this second quarter.
One of the things that I wanted to mention to you guys is after such an emotional play and score by the Tigers, it looks like we've got
TNT. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
Where can you be encouraged to make your own discoveries? Where can you be challenged to achieve the impossible by professors who know you by name? Our graduates have earned Emmy and Grammy nominations. successfully negotiated major business deals, and been inspired to teach and serve where they're needed most. Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Troup High School, and just excited as all these parents are here to support the Troup High School Tigers. And Tony, this may be a bigger crowd than we have for the Callaway game on the Troup side.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Jack. Just looking from down here, of course, the visitor side is not full, but the home side is packed.
Low snap. The quarterback's going to be, he's hit as he tosses the ball up in the air, and we're going to be intercepted. We're going to intercept it down at the 7-yard line.
He was attempting to throw to Trey Matthews, it looks like, and all over him on coverage was cornerback Lamonte Truitt. Lamonte scored a touchdown, and as we used to say it, he had his leg in his jaw strap. He wasn't letting him go. He winds up playing a good defensive stance and takes the ball on the 7-yard line as the Tigers take over with 14 seconds to go in the second quarter, leading by 7-0.
Let me tell you guys something. The best pass defense is a good pass rush. And number 7, Maurice Swain, number 44, Dalton Hadley. Don't know who the other guy was, but that was tremendous pressure, and that was the cause of that interception. Of course, the DB made a great play on the ball, but the pressure caused the ball to be underthrown, and a good job by the DB on that side.
You know, Tony, you mentioned number 7, Maurice Swain. Actually, number 7 is Michael Tatum. We talked about him at the pregame, where he was kind of leading the crowd and the players into some exhilaration a little bit. So he's played a wonderful first half.
Greg, you got to give credit to the entire Tiger team.
That's right.
The coaches, everybody, they have really done a great job. They've come out with a plan. They've evidently they found something that works for them during practice.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Call the Mallory Agency today or check them out on.
You've worked for years for this moment. This is your time. This is your life. Your efforts are celebrated by all of us. As you, the senior class athletes, take the field, you're also preparing for life. We'll watch with keen anticipation as you rise to even greater achievements in the future. The team at Collision Autocraft and all your friends and family will be cheering you on as you tackle life's greatest challenges. Best wishes to our senior athletes, class of 2013.
Just solid football, guys. I mean, there's nothing fancy. Just line up and smash mouth, get it down the field. Same thing on defense. The line is just doing a great job of getting across in the face of the quarterback for Newnan.
Well, one thing they've got to do in the next 14 seconds, I would imagine you're going to see them take a knee. Don't want to do anything here to cause a problem with 14 seconds. But correct me if I'm wrong, the Tigers have avoided the turnover. They have avoided the big play in the kicking game the first half. So I know that's been a problem for them the last two. Right now they've probably obviously the best first half they've played all year.
No doubt about that. Also, think about it. They've got to the turnover side. They're +2 because they've got a fumble early in the ball game. Also got an interception now. Like I say, it's only 14 seconds. More than likely, we're going to snap the ball, take a knee, and let the clock run out. But let's see what happens.
And Newnan with one timeout left. No need to call a timeout if they do take a knee.
Yep, and that's what Will's going to back up, and he's going to take a knee. Clock will run down 10, 9, 8, all the way down. And that'll be the end of the first half of play. And Tony, you want to try to touch Coach Kendall?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Because I tell you what, I bet he is fired up after this wonderful first half the Tigers have played.
Well, Lynn's a pretty even-keeled guy. He doesn't get too excited one way or the other. But he's the first one out to congratulate his kids. That means a lot to these kids. You have to take the good with the bad. But he does have a smile on his face. I'm gonna see if I can talk to him right quick before we go.
All right.
Coach Kendall, wow, what a difference a week makes. Very impressed with the kids. A lot of effort, great enthusiasm. Did you threaten them to not eat or walk back to the school tonight, or what's the deal, bud?
No threats. They've been working hard this week, and the bottom line is they just got to believe in themselves.
Yep.
The coaching staff believes in them. There's a lot of people in the community that believe in them. They got to believe in themselves, and that was a good start this first half. We just got to sustain it and come out because, Newman's not going to sit back and be relaxed. They're going to be coming out, giving everything they got. But our guys, that was a great first half. Some things didn't go our way, but we bounced back, dealt with adversity. But the bottom line is we just got to start believing in ourselves, and that was a great first step.
Great job, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you, Tony, for catching hold with Coach Kendall. All right, now it looks like there's some sort of army that's taken onto the field. Oh, no, that's the Newnan Cougar Band. They've got swing sets. They've got more bells than a cathedral out there. So it's going to be an interesting halftime show as the Newnan Band's get ready to take the field. And, of course, the Troup High School Band will be on in just a little bit. But right now, the Tigers are leading 7-0 over the Newnan Cougars. We're going to take time out and go to some of our sponsors here at halftime. When we come back, we'll talk about this first half of play, give you a few highlights, and I'll let you listen to the bands a little bit. But right now, you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
You can buy the best and say for sure that'll make you happy, don't you know? And we came along with this little song so you know where to go.
At Holmes Pharmacy, they specialize in making your time getting your prescriptions filled a joy. They have a great selection of over-the-counter medications and wellness items. They give you the best in service and quality. Now that's hard to find these days. It's the only place to go, and they have the expertise to answer any of your questions too. That's Holmes Pharmacy in LaGrange and Hamilton, Georgia.
It starts with creamy, smooth DQ soft serve made from our secret recipe. Then we throw in cookies and candy and blend it all together to create the Dairy Queen Blizzard. There may be imitators, but we all know it's one of a kind. Except for right now, when you can buy one and get another for just 99 cents. Buy one Blizzard and get a second for only 99 cents. So now's your chance to get two of the one and only. So good, it's ridiculous.
Dairy Queen of Troup County. It's where you can enjoy your next Blizzard on New Franklin Road in LaGrange.
Caring about people, building relationships, supporting our community. At CB&T, it's what we do, day after day, year after year. During our 71 years, we've worked hard to be the bank more people in Troup County trust with their money. So it's probably no surprise that we have 3 local branches and more ATMs to serve you than any other bank in the area. We're CB&T, familiar faces and a welcoming smile. CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At LaGrange College, we believe that you can't fully define who you are until you find your passion. That's something inside you that says nothing is impossible. Come to one of our fall preview days at LaGrange College. Taste the energy and excitement of college life and find out how LaGrange College can transform your life by helping you find your passion. Fall preview days at LaGrange College, Saturday, September 29th and Saturday, October 27th. RSVP online today, lagrange.edu.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Wow. We're here live at Callaway Stadium, and what a first half, guys. I'm Greg Hicks along with Tony Walls and Jack Mormon, and man, have the Tigers all of a sudden turned it around. And Tony, you're right. You interviewed Coach Kendall going into the locker room, and for you folks that are just tuning in to the radio station, I know I sound excited, and I have reason to be. Whether it's 7-0 or 17-0 or 70-0, the Tigers look good tonight. The first half, 7-0. Your Troup Tigers are leading right now at halftime. Tony, you know, we talk about what's going on, and the Tigers came out. They kicked off to Newnan. You know, Newnan had a great return, actually moved the ball pretty good, and then wound up the Tigers forced a turnover, was able to take advantage of that. Actually held them on fourth down, not force a turnover, and then take advantage of that. And, you know, with barring a few mistakes they made in the first quarter, they kind of turned it around in the second quarter.
And you know, Greg, you're exactly right. What a difference a week makes, as Coach Kendall said. The kids are, you know, when you have some success, you start to believe in yourself and you start to buy into what the coaches are telling you. You know, it's easy to say, yeah, we can do this, but until you see those results out on the field, you don't really buy into it. But, you know, with the first half the Tigers have played tonight, when you look at the difference in the improvement they've made from last week to this week, got to be excited in that locker room. They really got to be fired up, and you really like the way they've come out and really dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, Greg. You know, Newnan had a play or two here or there, but the Tigers have really been impressive. The coaches, again, sometimes they're the first ones to take the blame, and then they never get enough credit. That's right. But, you know, they've made some adjustments during the week, obviously. They made some personnel changes, and it's definitely showed up in the first half tonight.
And, you know, you and I have talked before, and, you know, Coach Kendall asked me after the Auburn scrimmage, you know, all right, Greg, how did we look? And I said, you know, kind of like you, Coach, kind of an even keel. They didn't get down too much, didn't get up too much. And But tonight, and you even made reference to that, but man, I see the Troup High coaches excited on the sidelines, giving each other a high five. And, just when we talk about working on our depth and getting some number twos coming in, big Devin Powell comes in, and Devin Power, actually, we got Devin Powell on the Callaway team, but Devin Power comes in and just absolutely plugs up a few holes and makes the biggest sack of his career, if you will, and the Tigers are all over him. And you could just see the excitement, and it's just exciting to see that offensively as well. After those first, couple of motion by the offensive line, couple of missed cues, they kind of settled down and started moving the football.
Well, before we get that warm and fuzzy feeling, we have to remember it's a four-quarter game.
You're right.
But you really have to be excited about what they've done in the first half, and you're gonna, you make adjustments during halftime, and I'm sure the Cougars are going to make some, and the coaches are going to say, all right, look, here we go, guys. We need to get going. But let's face it, the Tigers have simply outplayed the Newnan Cougars in the first half.
They have, and speaking of outplaying and speaking of making things happen, I think Britt Thompson back at the station's got us a few plays, and the first one is a fumble recovery on the initial drive by the Cougars as the Tigers bow up and take over.
Going to snap. The quarterback's going to throw back to Matthews, and we're reading him very well. Ball's on the ground, and looks like the Tigers may have it. Yes, Tiger ball.
One of the things that Matthews tried to do, basically came back with the same play and maybe a little different formation, but he was all covered up by the Tigers and just snatched the ball out of his hand. Tigers recovered, and what that does for us, guys, is it saves an opportunity for a field goal to put 3 points on the bowl. Don't know if Newnan's got that kind of leg, but we'll take that ball recovery anyway. And, Tony, we don't know what kind of kickers Newnan have. We assume because they're a 6A school now, that they've kind of got the kickers and the talent and the people that they could draw from. But, we got to give credit for the Tigers to keeping points off the board for those Cougars on the very first drive.
No doubt, Greg. You can say, well, if the turnover hadn't happened, well, it did. Turnovers are part of the game. That's just what happens. But it's your ability to come back from those turnovers if you commit them, and the ability to take advantage of them when you are the recipient of a turnover. And the Tigers, hey, let's face it, we'll tell it like it is here, but in this first half, we'll say it before, we'll say it again, the Tigers have taken advantage of their opportunities. They've outplayed Newnan this first half. Their enthusiasm, their intensity has been a lot better, and as a result, they're ahead 7-0.
You're right, and it is a four-quarter game, and we need to remember that. And I'm hoping that by the Tigers using some depth, that will bring us, kind of give us some longevity with that adrenaline. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with more highlights after that and talk more Troup High Tiger football. You're listening to Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
As a business owner, nothing compares to the sense of pride you feel when unlocking your business first thing in the morning. In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the business down the street has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. The Mallory Agency, 301 West Harrelson Street, LaGrange. Visit them online at MalloryAgency.com.
To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishments. Now that you're driving, Collision Autocraft would like to offer these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
Rob and Joel Upchurch is your RE/MAX result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call you should make is to Joel or Rob Upchurch. Call 706-845-7000. This week's feature is 219 East Yorktown. Custom built in a fantastic lake community. Hardwood flooring, formal dining, huge master suite for only $239,900. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed with Rob or Joel Upchurch, call 706-845-7000 or just search Rob or Joel Upchurch and check them out on the web. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back, Jack Woolman, Greg Hicks, Tony Walls. And, guys, that was a whole lot of kids on the field for a band. Tony, I was half expecting you to get in one of those swings and relax for a little bit.
I was. You couldn't see me?
Hey, you know, and for a big band, they only had like 2 tubas.
Is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com.
6A school, I would think they'd have at least 5 tubas, you know, out there. So, but anyway, what do I know about bands?
We've run out of things to talk about.
No, we haven't.
Actually, we haven't, because we've got a couple more things to talk about real quick, because y'all had a chance to talk about the fumble recovery, which really moved things in the Tigers' direction. I think it was just awesome the way that changed momentum. Newnan had gotten the ball in the 35, had driven now very quickly, but the fumble made a big difference. But the Tigers did have a chance to get on the board in the second quarter. And Smith back under center. Going to hand the ball off to Stewart. He's going to get left side. Lamonte Truett's going to go in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Great job by the left side of that offensive line. I see Big Mitch Mathis walking. He's normally your right tackle. They moved him to left tackle with a strong side, and Lamonte Truett dances into the end zone from 14 yards out and a Tiger touchdown.
Just an awesome job of the Tigers. And I tell you what, just the way we never gave up. We had the ball down there close, went fourth and short, and missed that. The Tigers were looking at another fourth down, got that fourth down, and I think maybe the next play after we got the first down, we were able to get the ball in. And guys, just tremendous blocking by that left side to open it up for Lamonte.
You know, and Tony, you were talking about, Darryl Dunlap leading in a little stalk blocking. You know, you had to have all kind of holes opened up. And, you know, after the first 4 yards, he was wide open gone. So he hit the hole quick, made his cut. And after about 4 yards, he's 10 yards into the end zone. And, you know, it's just really kind of exciting. And one of the things that we talk about, the sidelines was going crazy. It's really the way the season's been going so far. That was a huge accomplishment, especially after a few offensive penalties in the first quarter. They come back, they settle in the second quarter, and just methodically drove that ball down the field, put together several offensive series. It looked really good. One of the things you got to be careful about is that letdown, and they almost had it on that kickoff return where the Newnan Cougars took it all the way back into Tiger territory, Tony.
Well, it's a building block, Greg, when you think about it. You know, Troup High School has been in existence for a long time, but the Lynn Kendall era has just begun. This is his third game, and in the process of Lynn trying to build the program in his way and his style, this is a huge building block and a definite positive step for him and his program.
You got it.
All right, now the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger marching band's on the field. Before we go to break, I do want to have one more play. One highlight we don't actually have on our tape, but I do want to mention, was a big sack that made them have to punt. Devin Power just back there, just a tremendous play that he made, Greg.
That's right. Tony and I were talking about that when we first went to halftime. It's going to how you know, we want to try to use those number 2s and number 3s to kind of give you number 1s a little break, and you go to establish you some depth and everything. And, you know, Devin's been working hard all his, last 2 or 3 years at Troup High varsity football, and really got a chance to step in there tonight. Came in. We noticed it when he went in. 3 plays later, the biggest sack of his life, something he'll never forget. And that was a huge momentum for a swing for the Tigers.
And, you know, Greg, there was nothing fluky about that. He beat his man in front of him and got to the quarterback and made the play. And that's really, when you think about it, you keep that up and you won't be a number 2 very long. You'll move to that number 1 slot.
Exactly right. Late in the first half, the Tigers had Newnan drive the ball down the field. In fact, they got inside the 30-yard line, were threatening with less than a minute to go, but putting some more points on the board, actually putting some points on the board. But the Tigers were not going to let that happen as we stepped up and made a big pick. Low snap. The quarterback's going to be, he's hit as he tosses the ball up in the air, and we're going to be intercepted. We're going to intercept him down at the 7-yard line.
He was attempting to throw to Trey Matthews, it looks like, and all over him on coverage was cornerback Lamonte Truett. Lamonte scored a touchdown, and as we used to say it, he had his leg in his jaw strap. He wasn't letting him go. He winds up playing a good defensive stance and takes the ball on the 7-yard line as the Tigers take over with 14 seconds to go in the second quarter, leading by 7-0. And Tony,
sorry, I'm still laughing.
Tony, you mentioned something right after that about what causes a good coverage and a bad throw is that heck of a rush that the Tigers put on. As the quarterback let go of the ball, he was actually not killed, but crushed in the hip, and really caused that ball to kind of go off bounds a little bit.
Well, that's the best pass defense is a rush. I don't care how good a cornerback you are, you can't cover people all over the field all the time. If the quarterback has time to throw, he's going to find somebody open. But again, the rush, I think that time by Dalton Hadley, number 44, I believe, number 55, I believe Swain was in on that play. Yep. But great pressure and caused the ball to be underthrown. And again, it was a big play.
I think that just as he was bringing his arm forward, they kind of hit him. He rolled up, and the ball went much more, I think, elevated than the quarterback had intended to throw. Let's take a quick break as the Pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band's on the field. We'll listen to them a little bit when we come back from break. You're listening to Troup High School Tigers as they lead this one 7-0 over the Newnan Cougars here on on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Kia.
Jesse Lichter here from Kia of LaGrange. I'm inviting you to become part of our auto family. We're here to listen, understand, and give sound advice. If you're tired of lousy gas mileage or lack of versatility, I recommend the 2013 Kia Soul. Awarded for quality by J.D. Power & Associates, the Kia Soul is a new way to roll and starts at only $14,400. Plus, you get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com and help support your local economy.
Where we're open 8 to 8, so don't be late.
Every day I'm shuffling. A state of denial is a drag and a trial. When I bought my cheap insurance, should have known this day would come. Now I've had an accident and I'm feeling quite alone. Called them at least 20 times, but they won't pick up the phone. Without personal service, my policy's kinda worthless. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Don't deny yourself a call to State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange.
You can buy the best and say for sure that'll make you happy, don't you know? And we came along with this little song so you know where to go.
Now you ought to see our friends at Holmes Pharmacy for all your pharmaceutical needs. Their friendly staff has been serving the community for over 50 years. You'll find a super selection of over-the-counter medications, and they have fair prices too, the kind you've been looking for. So if price and quality matter to you, see Holmes Pharmacy in LaGrange and Hamilton, Georgia. And by all means, see them today.
Mom, Dad, kids, watch what happens when two separate things become one beautiful, glorious thing. No longer will there be any arguing, shouting, or tear-dropping, but instead only hugging, high-fiving, and loving. That's because Orange Julius has been added to Dairy Queen. Kids get their favorite Dairy Queen treats like blizzards, ice cream cones, sundaes, and shakes, while Mom and Dad gets a delicious Orange Julius fruit drink, premium and light premium fruit smoothies. It's all there together at one store. No longer is it Dairy Queen or Orange Julius, but rather it's Dairy Queen and Orange Julius on New Franklin Road in LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks, and Tony Walls down the field. And we'll take a few moments to listen to a little bit of the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you hear Johnny Hurt there in the background as the Troup High band comes off the field after doing a great job with a lot of cool 80s.
To beating injuries or ailments, get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
There goes Dwayne's car. There goes Dwayne's house. And there goes Dwayne.
Man, that thing does not like Dwayne.
State Farm's got you covered.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Get to a better state.
There goes Dwayne's car. There goes Dwayne's house. And there goes Dwayne.
Man, that thing does not like Dwayne.
State Farm's got you covered.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Get to a better state.
Attention all Corley Drugs customers. Since Corley Drugs has closed, Perry Prather of Holmes Pharmacy has a special message for you.
If you find yourself without a place to fill your prescription, I would like to invite you to let us here at Holmes Pharmacy take care of your family. During this transition of Corley Drugs closings, come see us. We can provide the same level of comfort and care that you have always received and expected from Corley Drugs. To find out more, come see us at Holmes Pharmacy, 136 Commerce Avenue, LaGrange.
It starts with creamy smooth DQ soft serve, made from our secret recipe. Then we throw in cookies, candy, other delicious toppings, and blend it all together to create the Dairy Queen Blizzard. There may be imitators, but we all know the Blizzard is one of a kind, except for right now, when you can buy one and get another for just 99 cents. That's right, buy one Blizzard and get a second for only 99 cents. So now's your chance to get two of the one and only.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
With granite countertops for only $205,000. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed with Rob or Joel Upchurch, call 706-845-7000 or just search Rob or Joel Upchurch and check them out on the web. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, Tony Walls, and that's one way to keep the Tigers from having to return is Newnan's going to kick the ball off all the way into the end zone. They'll bring it down to the 20. That's what the Tigers will have at 1st and 10.
Well, again, we talked, and y'all been talking about, 4 quarters of ball, and Kevin Payne and I were talking. Kevin is the one of the youth ministers over at Western Heights Baptist, and he's been filming the Tigers for several years, cutting recruiting tapes as well, and he said, defense didn't get on the field much, so we can only hope that we've got our legs under us on defense.
Here we go as they're going to hand the ball off to the tailback, Ricky Frazier. Ricky going to pick up about 3 good pounding yards up the field. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he mentioned if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because I was talking about, as Tony mentioned about coming out in the spread with Lamonte, why not pass it with Will, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, the way that the Tigers are running this unbalanced line, they're forcing Newnan to make adjustments at the line of scrimmage, so they're not even set really as the ball's getting snapped a lot of times. As we're going to go to Daryl Dunlap this time. He's going to, man, look at him fight for yardage.
He just carried 4 or 5 players, Jack, 6 yards, and it may be a first down.
I think it is. Yep, they're moving the chains. That's a first down. He was hit at the 25. They stood him up, but he just leaned forward and carried, as you said, 4 guys across the 30.
I want to give shout out to Eagle Sports. For those of you who are listening, man, we've had so many people in the stands. Even Frank Parsons said, I heard you guys on the radio, and it was so exciting. I had to come to the game.
Love it. Oh, man, Daryl's going to get hit hard in the backfield this time. Loss of about 3. They read that one perfectly. A little stunt going on the part of Newnan.
Well, we talk about making adjustments at halftime, Tony and Jack, and it looks like the first couple of plays, it look like they're doing a little slanting outward because, the Tigers have been running off tackle most all night. You don't really see anything going up between the guards.
Smith back under center. Wishbone set behind him. Takes the snap, going to hand the ball off, going to go off tackle, and they're going to read that well. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 12.
A little confusion there. It looks like he had a block in front of him, but he done got up his backside before he could really go in or out, and inside or outside, and just wound up just running over his own guy and being tackled. And 3rd down and call it 14 for the Tigers as the ball rests on the 27-yard line.
Newnan expecting the Tigers to do something kind of big here. So they're going to back up. Only have 4 guys in the box there. Let's see what the play call is going to be. Will Smith finds his center. Offside, the line unbalanced to the near side. Going to toss loop around the right side as Ricky Frazier is going to cut up field, get it around to the original line of scrimmage across the 30, but they'll stop him there, and the Tigers will have to punt the ball.
Tony, it looks like they're making the Cougars are making a little bit of adjustment on that little power sweep, if you will. And the last time we were able to get outside and unable to get outside that time.
Well, a good stand by the Newnan defense on the first series of the 3rd quarter. The first 5 minutes of the 3rd quarter are very important to determine momentum and see the adjustments from both teams. And Newnan definitely made some adjustments at halftime. Looks like they might bring a little pressure on the punter here this time.
Well, that has been one of our weak spots. Nick Burke standing on the 18-yard line as he gets ready to punt for your Tigers.
And the play is whistled in. Nice snap. We've really done a good job working on that. Line drive kick, bounces and takes a Newnan player's going to pick it up at the 30 and get the block in the back, I thought.
We do. Flag
There's
down.
the flag, yep. He's still on his feet, going to be tackled at about the 40-yard line, but that's going to make him even deeper because we should have had the guy. We were right on him at about the 30-yard line, but there was a block in the back that kept us from making that tackle.
Wow, and you guys should have seen that. Number 13, Devontae Cofield, makes an initial hit. Actually, right after Daryl Dunlap makes a hit, he gets out of Dunlap's hands. Dunlap goes to the ground. Cofield comes in to help out. Daryl gets up and jumps over Cofield's back to help make the tackle.
What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call the Mallory Agency today or check them out on Facebook or on the web at MalloryAgency.com.
Oh, that punt is going to get them all the way down into about the 19-yard line, and that's where Newman's going to have the ball for the first time in the second half, 1st and 10.
It was a nice punt by Burek. The ball hit the ground, went way up in the air. Newnan got it and got immediately blocked in the back, and that's going to back the ball up, like you said, inside the 19.
Here comes Newnan. Going from the shotgun. They're going to hand the ball off into the line. The Tigers going to really do a good job of making that tackle. And, man, they come up fired up on that one.
Well, big Maurice Swain, and Tony, I don't know if you made your way down there yet, but big Maurice Swain, along with Bruce Danford. Bruce made the initial hit low, and Maurice grabbed him by the shoulder pads and just laid him down hard.
Well, Maurice is fresh. We talked about that in the first half. He's only had to play on the defensive side of the ball tonight.
That's right.
And he's got fresh legs, and he's making a lot of plays.
You are correct. As we just started the second half, Troup High Tigers 7, Newnan Cougars 0, with Newnan with the ball 2nd down and 8 from their 21-yard line, as we've got an official timeout on the field. Let's see what's going on.
They're going to discuss things a little bit. Something one of the officials didn't like too much.
Looks like the 25-second clock may be either didn't get started or may have a malfunction. Not sure.
You're checking on that. I see that it still says 25 there.
Of course, one of them may be saying that make sure you keep time. Even though it's running, you still got to check your watch.
Yep.
So here we go.
Here we go. Clock ticks again. There's the snap. The quarterback going to run kind of a little option. Pitches, and we're going to be all over him. He's going to actually lose about a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Number 8, Devontae Carter, played for his defensive end position. He played great technique, Tony. Did you see him just kind of turn that play back inside? And good open field tackle for no gain.
You're right, Greg. And number 8, I believe Devontae Carter had a little problem with his back last week in the Callaway game as number 7 limps off the field here and replaced by number 33 here for the Tigers. But you're right, Carter did an excellent job with his technique and seems to be playing through that back injury just fine.
That's Michael Tatum coming off with a little ankle sprain. They'll take a look at him on the sideline. Tigers going to roll around their defense, change up a little bit. Bailey Bryant going to back up through into the middle of the field at the tight end. The ball's on the ground, picked up by the Tigers at the 25, 20. Cuts back at the 15, 10, 5. He's down at the 3. And my goodness gracious, great job of this Tiger defense.
Great pursuit by the Tiger defense into the quarterback. Darts out. He fumbles the football on his run. Actually tosses it to the upback. Winds up dropping the football. Ricky Frazier picks it up on about the 32. Weaves his way inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Troup High Tigers.
Ricky Frazier is a playmaker. They seem ball all the time. And the ball bounced up, and Ricky was right there and made a good run back. And the Tigers are in business on the Newnan, looks like about the Newnan 4-yard line.
So the Tigers with 1st and goal now from the 4. And, man, this is a huge momentum swing here. The Tigers have had momentum, but this could really put them over the top. Smith under center. Takes the snap. Going to toss it to Lamonte Troup. Lamonte hits the line. Boy, look at him drive his feet. Gets to the 2. But he's upended there. But he looks like, Tony's at about the 2 is where he got to?
Yeah, it is. And that may be why Trey Matthews is a D1 prospect. That's how you tackle right there.
Yeah.
That good collision right there between he and number 3. And heads up, and they both pat each other on the helmet after that lick. That's an excellent high school football played by 2 tremendous athletes right there.
And it goes to show you that when you do it right, people respecting, both teams respecting each other. Smith takes the snap. Going to hand it off inside to the middle. We fight around, get inside the 1. Looking for a signal. Nope, looks like we're right at the 1.
Right at the 1 with 6:54. The clock's running. Troup 7, Newnan 0. We're in the 3rd quarter of play. Tigers just recovered a fumble. Ricky Frazier picks up the fumble from the halfback as he catches a pass, makes his turn, and immediately lets go of the football. Frazier picks it up on the 32, runs inside the 5. 2 plays later, the Tigers are inside the 1-yard line. Clock's a-ticking with the shot, or the play clock is it's 15 seconds. Will Smith under center.
Plenty of time for the quarterback, Smith. Waits, takes the snap. With the hand the ball off to Dunlap. Dunlap goes to the right. He's going to go in untouched on the right side. Touchdown, Tigers!
Big Wellington Callaway and Levi Cornwell open up the right side. No hole inside the guard. Dunlap just bounces outside, and as you said it, Jack, trots in with 6:20 left. Tigers 13, Newnan Cougars 0.
Dunlap did a great job that time. The play was designed to go up the middle, and the Cougars did a great job of stopping it as Ricky Frazier comes off what looks like maybe a shoulder, arm, elbow type of injury, holding his left arm. But Dunlap did a great job of bouncing that play to the outside and outran everybody to the goal line.
Hopefully that's no more than just a little stinger there, Tony.
Yep.
If you can kind of get, when you get down that way, figure it out. But Stratton up the hole. Burek for the Will Bates for the extra point.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-0 with 6:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter play. Troup High School Tigers leading the Newnan Cougars. You're listening to Troup High School football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Kia.
Jesse Lichter here from Kia of LaGrange. I'm inviting you to become part of our auto family. We're here to listen, understand, and give sound advice. If you're tired of lousy gas mileage or lack of versatility, I recommend the 2013 Kia Soul, awarded for quality by
your time. This is your life. Your efforts are celebrated by all of us. As you, the senior class athletes, take the field, you're also preparing for life. We'll watch with keen anticipation as you rise to even greater achievements in the future. The team at Collision Autocraft and all your friends and family will be cheering you on as you tackle life's greatest challenges. Best wishes to our senior athletes, class of 2013.
Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Will Bates is going to kick the ball off and get a high kick, not quite as deep as we usually like. And tell you what, their big D1 prospect, we've talked about him several times, Trey Matthews, going to get the ball, goes back to the left side. A great wall by Newnan. Good special teams play by them. He's going to get all the way up across the 40 to about the, looks like they're going to mark it. Well, okay, where are they going to mark that thing? Did he step out of bounds, maybe?
Unless there's a flag. The way he's running, I don't see a flag on the field.
Yeah, he got to the 50 as far as I saw, but they must have been a flag on the play. Tony, did you see something I didn't?
I'm looking for a flag now, and I don't see one unless he stepped out of bounds.
No way. He didn't step out of bounds because he didn't even hit the sidelines until about the 45-yard line. So,
well, I don't see a penalty call, but they're definitely marking him back on around the 20.
Unless, of course, his knee hit the ground for some reason we didn't see.
Yeah. Number 10, Ricky Frazier, is back in the ball game at left corner, and number 7 is also back in the game. Ricky, I think, had a little stinger with his shoulder. And, linebacker had a little problem with his leg, but I think they're both okay.
So here comes Bailey Bryant, puts a man in motion, takes the snap, going to ride his fullback in, and the Tigers going to do a good job of kind of covering him up after a gain of about 3, 2nd and 7.
Well, you know, one of the things that Newnan has done every time they've used that fullback, they just ride him up the middle, and you know, he's deceiving. He picks up, you said 3, it may actually stretch it out to about, wow, they're going to stretch it out to about 6 maybe. So
wow,
really deceiving. He kind of just lays forward out there. So, you know, that's one of the things that they've done well with that fullback.
Greg, that's the only thing they've done well.
Yep, the quarterback going to keep it, and we bid all over the fullback that time, leaving him all by himself. He gets across the 45 to the 50, so he is a quarterback that's not scared to run.
And only a sophomore.
Yep.
Actually, that's number 2 now. No, that's number 10. Only a sophomore. So, you know, him and Will Smith are sophomores. The only difference is he's got more yards passing. He's got more height. But both of them looks like have true good. We got an official timeout. A little confusion on the sidelines over there with the chain gang. Get them set.
Folks, remember that you can watch this game live on the Ustream app if you happen to download that to your smartphone. If you've got an iPhone or whether you've got an Android phone or any other kind of smartphone that's out there. You've also got the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com where you can watch this game. I think it will be able to be checked out later after the ball game's over, too. So 14-0 is your score right now, no matter where you're watching this ball game from.
Yeah, I want to give a shout-out to Farrell Blair. He's got shoulder problems again, but I understand from his wife, Tracy, he's at home in a recliner with his laptop on, watching us streaming on Eagle 102.3 Live, and so we appreciate that.
Great family right there. Billy Bryant going to take it. He's going to hand the ball off to the far side to his little Nix, who just backs up across the 45, gets about the 43-yard line. So they're turning up some yards in this second, their first time getting down the field in the third quarter.
One of the things, Tony and Jack, with the ground game, what you're sure to do is not only chew up yards, but you're chewing up that clock. And Tony, I don't know if you picked it up, but big number 75, that left tackle, was kind of Bruce Danford had tried to take him on. I think the left tackle for Newnan looks like about 6'4", and Bruce Danford's maybe 5'10". Big mismatch. He was kind of pushing Bruce all around.
Well, yeah, Bruce took him on, though. And as far as the Cougars' offense, that number 27, the fullback off tackle has been their most effective offensive play, and they've gone back to it. And everything they're doing is working off of that play.
Yep,
there you go. He's met up the middle that time by 44, big hammerhead. Dalton Hadley met him in the backfield along with Bruce Danford getting up off the pile. So both linebackers meeting him in the hole that time. No gain, as it'll be 3rd down and maybe a long 2 for the Cougars. And again, critical play here, guys. That really the way they're mixing up on offense right now in this third quarter, you don't know what to expect, but man, the Tigers really need a hold right now.
Guys, Bruce Danford, number 15 for the Tigers, has had an excellent football game so far tonight, been in on a lot of plays. But that time they actually ran toward number 55, Maurice Swain, when their success has been away from him so far.
I think I'm like you, Tony. I think I'd run away from him.
They put a man in motion and make the snap. It's going to be a wildcat. We're going to be all over it. Their big man, Trey Matthews, going to go in a wildcat position, going to take the ball, but the Tigers just rip him up.
I saw it coming from the backside, Tony. I know you did too. Number 8, Devontae Carter, left untouched. He caught the time just right on the snap, broke into the backfield, caught him for a 5-yard loss, 4th down and 6. Good job by the Tigers.
Well, one thing, when 28 comes into the game, your defense is going to find him, and he led him right to the football that time, and again, he really had nowhere to go. You mentioned Matthews, and the Tigers with another good defensive stand.
Lamonte Truitt back to receive the punt for the Tigers inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Newnan punter will grab it on the 40.
Tigers coming hard. They get the kickoff. Good kick. Bounces, and it's going to go into the end zone. Maybe. No, they're going to stop it. A good special teams play down at about the 3, maybe 4-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. 30-second break, 96-9 and 12-40 is where you're listening to the Troup High School Tigers.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of...
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
FM 1240 AM and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back, and my goodness gracious, folks, Tigers have their backs to the wall. Ball's about the 2-yard line, 1st and 10 from there. Going to hand the ball off to Darrell Dunlap going around the right side, and Tony, he churned some yards up that time.
You know, Jackie, the play looked like it was stopped for no game, and all of a sudden you see number 16, Darrell Dunlap, coming out of the other side of the pile and picked up about 8 yards.
Again, we talk about Darrell Dunlap, and he's got such a deceiving demeanor about him. His speed, it's like Lynn Kendall said last week at the Saturday Morning Quarterback. He just he has that lope about him and he just covers so much ground. 2nd down and 3.
Well, he runs with a lot of heart too. If you watch him from down here on the sidelines.
You're exactly right, Tony. Smith under center. Going to take the snap, hand it quickly to his fullback, who's going to find up field, going to get close to the 1st down. I think he's going to be short by about a yard.
Well, you know, again, that's the first time in a long time, if not first time tonight, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, that the Tigers have just handed off to a quick fullback right up the middle. We've got a official timeout. It looks like 44 Dalton Hadley is taking his helmet off, and it looks like he's either got a cramp in his leg, he fell to the ground. Hopefully that's all it is. And you know, again, it'll be the first time tonight that we've seen any kind of injury, if you will.
They're going to take a look at him. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Tigers leading 14-0 with 2:09 left to go in the 3rd. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Good day, Mr. Phelps. This is a picture of Holmes Pharmacy, your mission gym. Should you choose to accept it, is to take your IMF course and check out their great service. In fact, check out their entire lineup of over-the-counter medications and wellness items. Another thing, Jim, if my sources are correct, and they usually are, I understand their pharmacists are always ready to answer questions about your medications. There's a reason why more people are getting their prescriptions filled at Holmes Pharmacy in LaGrange and Hamilton, Georgia. Holmes Pharmacy, where the impossible is possible.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
You know what's awesome about the World Wide Web, Greg, is that lots and lots of different people can listen to us all over the place.
Well, you know, I was just going to key into that, Jack. I appreciate that. My wife, Skills USA Advisor of the Year for the state of Georgia. She is a teacher over at Troup High School and proud supporter of Troup academics and Troup athletics. And you know, they're all down at Fall Leadership with Skills USA Georgia down at St. Simon's this weekend, and they're listening to us on the World Wide Web at Eagle Sports, eagle1023.com, and even Jamie Clary said, you know, I almost had a heart attack a while ago. It's like, did I? I hope not. But anyway, I've got guys to take out. I appreciate y'all. Just have a great time down there, and we appreciate all the Tigers listening to us from wherever they are.
All across the country, anywhere you might be, if you've got a computer or a smartphone, you can watch the Troup High School Tiger broadcast on eagle1023.com. Of course, listening to us on 96.9 on the FM, 1240 on the AM. Our thanks to Britt back at the station giving us lots of great information. Carrollton right now winning 14-6 at halftime. They're probably into the 3rd quarter there. That's over Calhoun, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, they're escorting Dalton off, kind of helping him off. He's trying to walk, and and I know Tony from his vantage point looks like it might have been a cramp, and hopefully that's all it is. They can get over here and work it out a little bit. And Dalton's been playing a significant amount of time on both sides of the football tonight.
Smith under center. Going to toss to the far side, and Newnan's going to be all over him. And they need to call some forward. Actually, with the Tigers, you really can't stop forward momentum because they keep going. I don't know that we ever got down.
Wow, Ricky Frazier, you talking about a gamer. Just would not give up with that football. You know, the Newnan Cougars came in, was able to sneak a guy in between the Tigers' offensive line and hit him in the backfield about 4 or 5 yards deep and pushed him inside the 5, and we're going to have a holding on the Tigers. When you got a crowd of folks like that, flag came out, so add insult to injury, if you will. The ball's resting on the 3-yard line now. They're going to decline it. That'll bring up fourth down and about 9, and so the Tigers will be forced to punt from inside their own end zone. So dealt with a little bit of adversity early on in the game. Now really this is the first punting challenge that we've seen in a long time. I know the first game we had to kick one out of the back of the end zone on Redan. Let's hope that doesn't happen as Nick Burek comes in the punt, and he heads to he's going to stand up with his heels at the end line, at the end zone line. And the Tigers get ready to punt.
Noonan's bringing the house. There's a snap. Good snap. There's the kick. High kick. Not real deep. Fair catch called for. And Newnan will have the ball at the 28-yard line. Quick 30-second break with 1:43 left to go in the third here on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
It starts with creamy, smooth DQ soft serve made from our secret recipe. Then we throw in cookies and candy and blend it all together to...
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T.
WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Newnan going to run a little bit of misdirection that time, and the Tigers not going to bite on it too bad. They're going to pick up about 9 yards. Official timeout on the field.
Guys, I spoke with Dalton Hadley on the sideline. He's jogging on the sideline now. It was just a cramp.
Well, that's excellent, Tony. Appreciate that information.
Quick whistle by the refs. R.G. Harrison, number 17's hat came off, and new rule in high school this year, your hat comes off, you got to go set out a play. You're right, a little toss sweep, a little misdirection toss sweep for the Cougars. They pick up 9. The ball's resting on the 20-yard line of the Troup High Tigers. But, you know, let's go back to the punt. Nick Burek had excellent hang time. Didn't have a ton of distance, but the Tigers were able to cover and to eliminate any return by the Cougars, and we got a flag already.
Let's see what this is going to be.
I know this 25-second clock had already run out. I don't know if this is a delay of game.
It's going to be actually movement. So somebody, after he got set, came back up. So it's a 5-yard penalty.
That looked like the call was on the center for maybe moving the football a little bit too much. Not sure about that one.
And let me tell you something, Tony, and you know it well, and you, Jack, as well. I guarantee you that came from the coaching staff at Troup High, asking them to pay attention to the center moving that football.
No doubt. Greg, let's go back to the change of field position. Newnan's punt that was down inside the 1-yard line, and then their defense has what's resulted in this change of field position in the Cougars' favor.
That's a good call, Tony.
Long snap count. They're going to go to their tailback. Tigers going to hit him and just swarm all over him at the 25-yard line. So basically he got back to the line of scrimmage, so that's all. Brings up 3rd down. And I tell you what, the Tiger defense is stepping up again.
I don't see any, and I saw any Tigers going away, but I did see Bruce Danford get up first, and there's Dalton Hadley again cramping back up, so he's going to have to come back out and give him a sub to get in there. We got an official timeout, which is a good thing. I'm glad Dalton kind of stayed on the sideline out in the field of play, because had he come off, the substitution might not have been there. So good job by Hadley by just simply staying out there on the field for a minute. 3rd down and 6. Clock's running inside a minute, actually inside 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter as the Cougars are driving inside the Tiger territory at the 25-yard line.
Takes the snap, gonna throw downfield, complete right in the middle of the field to the wide receiver. That's number 2 for Newnan, and his name is Drew Morris.
Really the second play attempt across the middle, or pass attempt across the middle. He's able to pick up a 1st down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line as a host of Tigers bring him down. That'll stop the clock until they move the change. We're approaching the end of the 3rd quarter. Your Troup Tigers 14, Newnan Cougars 0, but Newnan is determined they're going to try to do something this time.
Very much a spread offense here. Twins left and right, single back set in the backfield. They put a man in motion coming the near side. Going to ride the tailback up the middle of the field. He's going to be tackled across the 5. They're going to mark him at the 4, and that's probably going to be the last play of the third quarter.
That's right, just right up the middle. And, Tony, you called it earlier. That's where their success has been coming from, right up the middle. And it looks like their game plan changes that they made, some adjustments at halftime, is let's play that fullback up the middle a little bit more with a little play action.
With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home. CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking. CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call the Mallory Agency today or check them out on Facebook or on the web at MalloryAgency.com.
Welcome back. The Newnan Cougars have the ball. 2nd down and 1 inside at the 4-yard line. As we start the fourth quarter play, they're going to hand the ball off to the tailback. We're going to hit him. He's going to continue to drive. We're going to pull him back. He's going to get forward momentum. Tony, is that going to be about the 2?
Yeah, not much of a gain there. Again, number 15, Bruce Danford, stepped in that hole and blocked it up real well then that time. Made a great play. And it's going to be, depends on the spot. Let's see if I can take a guess. I believe, based on where that's spotted, that's a first down. They're going to measure. But, oh, no, they're not. But, yeah, it's 1st and goal for the Cougars on about the 3-yard line.
Well, you know, it's time now for big Maurice Swain and Michael Tatum and Devin Power and R.J. Harrison, those front 4 to step it up, tighten it up. And you got the linebackers of Bruce Danford, Devontae Carter, and Dalton Hadley that's just ready to rock and roll. They got to step it up. You got your corners. You never know what they might try to involve Trey Matthews in this, and he really hadn't been an integral part of tonight's game. D1 prospect, verbally committed to Georgia. You know, and Lamonte Troup is really had his number all night long, Tony, and you just never know when you're going to try to open it up and see what he can do with that ball. So,
well, he's basically been pretty much a decoy most of the night. He's had his hands on the ball maybe 4 or 5 times, but the couple of passes in the first quarter, Tigers did a great job of keeping him bottled up. I think they had a little problem with the change again over there. The officials are talking about not sure if Newnan requested a measurement. Evidently not, but the clock's rewound, so here we go. 1st and goal for the Cougars.
Back to the shotgun is Bailey Bryant. Takes it, going to hand the ball to Nix, who's going to be hit, drives forward, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown.
Hit immediately in the backfield, but kind of slid out of Maurice Swain's arm. Came in with a couple of other Tigers, number 17, R.J. Harrison, but he had already had forward momentum, and I think he sneaked over, maybe an inch or 2,
yeah.
Tony?
Yeah, he fell over the line, kept those big legs and those big thighs moving, and just powered through that arm tackle to bring the Cougars to within 8 with the extra point coming.
Yeah, 5'9", 235-pound senior. So when he starts to move, he's hard to stop.
That touchdown came with 11:06 to go in this football game as we're into the fourth quarter. Troup Tigers 14, Newnan Cougars 6, awaiting the PAT.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and that kick is good. 14-7 now your score with 11:06 left to go in this ball game. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment,
it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Call the Mallory Agency today or check them out on Facebook or on the...
In this moment, It doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do.
Zone, so got a very strong leg. In fact, Tony, that was a pretty good extra point that went through the uprights too.
Yeah, I promise you he plays soccer for Newnan.
He'll line up, gets about a 12-yard run up at the ball. So sheer momentum going to hopefully carry him across there to kick that thing. Steps up. There's the kick. High kick, going to be short. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and it does. So they'll bring it up to 35, and that's one of the best ways to get some good field position right there.
That's a break for the Tigers as they begin this drive on, like you said, on the 35-yard line. I think he just got under that one a little bit. He put the last kick through the end zone, but good field position for the Tigers. And what they need now is probably about a 11-minute, 5-second drive.
I was going to say an 8-minute, buddy, but I'll take it 11.
Let's don't take any chances. Let's go 11 minutes, about 20 plays with a touchdown.
There you go. I like your thinking.
Give them the ball back on a kickoff with 1 second left. I like it. But you know, the way that they've been churning yards and taking their time, the running game, I'll just be honest, I'm behind on getting spots in because we've had so few breaks in this ball game.
Got some fresh faces in on the offensive line for the Tigers.
A timeout call on the field by the Tigers.
You good, big man?
I think they had a little bit of problem with some of that. So they take a timeout. We take one as well. 14-7 is your score. Troup High School leading the Newnan Cougars. Listening to Troup High School Tiger football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
To all the high school seniors in Troup County, Collision Autocraft Auto Body Repair would like to salute you on your accomplishments. Now that you're driving, Collision Autocraft would like to offer these safety tips. Wear your seatbelt. Avoid talking on your cell phone while driving. Don't text and drive. And always keep your eye on the road. Collision Autocraft has too often seen the results of careless driving. Drive safely and have a bright future. Don't forget to like Collision Autocraft on Facebook.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Can we just got some camaraderie going up here in the booth as we've got a little spread out here. We've got some of the Newnan coaches in here helping us out tonight. They're a good group of fellas from over there at Newnan. But we hope to continue to beat their pants off as we get ready. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 35-yard line. Smith going to change up the set in the backfield, and Newton's going to shoot the gap and bring Darrell Dunlap down with a loss of about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, I was going to point out we've got 9th grader 76 Tristan Thompson in as the right tackle alongside sophomore tackle Mitch Mathis, and had a backside gap by Newnan that time, stunning, and wound up getting us a 2-yard loss. 2nd down and 12 as the ball spotted on the 33-yard line of the Tigers.
Smith going to the shotgun snap. Takes the snap, low snap, going to hand the ball off quickly to Dunlap. Actually tries to hand it off, actually has to keep it himself. And this is not a time we need to making some mistakes, Tony.
Greg, you mentioned number 76 into the game. He's actually in. He played tight end at that time, and he's actually in there for number 44, Dalton Hadley, who's still cramped up a little bit on the sideline. So it looks like he is up on his feet, number 44. Not sure if he's going to be able to get back in or not, but right now he's on the sideline with his helmet on. So we'll see how that, but I believe your 9th grader's in there at tight end on this particular series.
Would that be a time when they've got to let the officials know if he's not covered up or if he's an eligible receiver at number 76?
Well, he does not have a receiver's number on, so I would think you'd have to notify him that he is eligible.
Here we go. We quickly come to the line, and Truitt's going to throw the ball. He'll throw it downfield. It's going to be intercepted by Newnan at the 30, and that play just never turned out the way it needed to. And we're going to bring him down at about the 50-yard line. But Lamonte Truitt rolled right, tried to come up with a flag down at about the 32.
We've got either a face mask or a holding. Looks like the umpires. He's pointing back toward Troup. Oh, he got an illegal receiver downfield. But again, Cougars were not fooled on that one. Dunlap tried to throw the ball. Run it, duck, stop, and then the one receiver.
For years for this moment. This is your time. This is your life. Your efforts are celebrated by all of us. As you, the senior class athletes, take the field, you're also preparing for life. We'll watch with keen anticipation as you rise to even greater achievements in the future. The team at Collision Autocraft and all your friends and family will be cheering you on as you tackle life's greatest challenges. Best wishes to our senior athletes, class of...
Line for Newnan. They put a man in motion. Quarterback going to ride his fullback into the line of scrimmage. He's going to get about 2, 2nd and 9.
one of the things that number 10 for the Newnan Cougars we talked about, he is not scared to run the ball. It was a nice little option. He kind of turns it up, fakes it to his fullback. A lot of the Tigers kid on that fullback, which, you should. You can't just leave him alone. Don't know that 8 guys need to key on him. Maybe 1, maybe 2. You still got to maintain. You got to play technique. Somebody's got the quarterback. He was able to turn it upfield for a 4-yard gain to be 2nd and 6 for the Cougars. Ball rest on the 45-yard line of the Tigers.
It was a nice spot for them. Man in motion once again. Quarterback do some play action. Throw the ball. He's got a man wide open down the middle of the field. It's complete to him, and they're going to score a touchdown.
That play was set up wonderfully. As it little shotgun play action, the cornerback on the right side, and I don't know if it was Brandon Hurd. It looks like they're patting him on the rear, like, man, what did you do? He went for a run, and that was a sophomore mistake. As the Newnan Cougars quickly strike back, bring it within 1, waiting for the PAT. So at 8:47, Newnan Cougars strike back with a long go route, about a 45-yard touchdown pass, making it 14-13 Tigers.
There's the snap. Hold. Kick is up for the point after touchdown. We got a tie ball game. 8:47 left to go in this contest. 14-14 is your score. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
Good day, Mr. Phelps. Your mission, Jim, should you choose to accept it, is to take your IMF team over to these great pharmacies. In addition to filling your prescriptions, they have a large selection of vitamins and greeting cards. They can fill your prescriptions for less. They'll also give you the service you can't get at those other places. Check out their selection of over-the-counter medications and find out about their selection of diabetic supplies. That's Holmes Pharmacy in LaGrange and Hamilton, Georgia. Good luck, Jim. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Where the impossible is possible.
Back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Lamonte Truitt is an incredible playmaker, and he takes the kickoff, going to run from the 5 all the way up to the 30, and is hit hard. In fact, he's still down on the field. The ball pops out, and Newnan has recovered the ball at about the 20.